Hey folks, welcome to this timeless channeled general message where we're going to sit and have a chat with Spirit. Please feel free to like, subscribe, and leave a comment if this message resonates for you. I'd love to hear about your experience down in the comments section. And let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so I'm feeling beautiful. So we have the Angelite stone. This is a stone connected to our, uh, I'm hearing third eye. I've always said that it was the crown chakra, but the third eye chakra. And it's also said to help with soothing the emotional body. I'm feeling some others coming out. What is this? Is it this one or this one? It's this one. Okay, we have the black onyx, a stone for the earth star chakra, the root chakra, and for protection, which is really good as the veil is thinning with Samhain coming out. Oh, and we also have howlite. So howlite, yeah, for the crown chakra, it's supposed to have like a calming effect. So beautiful. And I think these stones alone are talking about finding our peace, our connection to source, and being protective of that, and finding our calm in that centered space. Beautiful. Beautiful. I'm feeling the card right up top. So we have this beautiful angel. I love the colors of her wings. And they have, it almost looks like a Hamsa symbol in her hand. So again, that kind of, that message of protection. We just want to be aware as the veil is thinning. Um, for Samhain, Samhain, of what we're allowing in our energetic spaces. So just something to make note of. And we have the inspiration. I allow inspiration to fill me so I can inspire others. So we're really getting excited about whatever's inspiring us and doing what is necessary to align ourselves with inspiration. So that might be going out somewhere that you don't usually go to. That might be taking a class. Um, check out your local metaphysical store or your local craft store for, or anything, or even the gym, to go and engage in something different so that you're aligning with your inspiration, you're attracting the muses. um, there's a quote, I don't know who it's by, but it's, don't let the muses catch you sleeping. So whatever it is, if you're a writer, if you're a musician, if you're an artist, even when you don't feel inspired, it's good to have a practice in place, where you're continuing to create, um, so that when the muses do come to you, when inspiration does come to you, you already have a practice in place that will support the channeling of that divine information, because your creativity and your inspiration is divine channeling. We have these cards come out as well. We have this woman with this spectrum of colors behind her head and this beautiful veil. It reminds me of that famous painting, I think of Venus or Aphrodite in the big shell. She's in the same kind of body position. And this one is the spectrum. I root out and reject prejudice in myself and others. So it's important, again, as this inspiration is coming in, to not block it, to not judge it, to allow it to come in, to come because it wants to come through you. It's chosen you as a channel. And if you don't channel this information through, somebody else is also um, receiving that information. It's almost like spirit, the cosmos, kind of beam down something they want to see come to fruition in the material reality. And whoever picks it up and follows it through is the one to pick it up and follow it through. And there are blessings that come with that. Whether it's financial, whether it's, standing within your community. And we have this card too. This reminds me of like Zeus. We have all these lightning bolts and this kind of like ancient, it looks like it's bronze or clay, this figure with this curly beard. And we have all these spheres around with all these various symbols and doodles in them. Beautiful. The judge. I am relentless in my pursuit of honesty and justice. Beautiful. I'm almost feeling. Boop, boop. So maybe this could have been a pick a card reading as I'm looking at this. I was planning on doing one, but here we are. We'll go with the general message and see what comes through. This deck wants to come through next. So the judge, I am relentless in my pursuit of honesty and justice, and I feel like this does relate to rooting out and rejecting prejudice in myself and others. So we're using discernment. We're using discernment if we're out and about for the Halloween season or at whatever time this video reaches you. You just want to be nice and clear in your center, in your connection to the divine, in your individual place uh, in the cosmos, in the nature of things, and staying calm in that center and rooting out any kind of energies or experiences that are not in alignment with that centered place, with your highest exalted expression of being inspired and creative in your life, and creative in whatever form that may take. Beautiful. And then we have winter, 22 winter, a time for turning inward, rest and silence. So in the northern hemisphere, we're currently in autumn until December 21st, but we're kind of preparing for that winter gestation, for that winter yin energy of being inside, not really going out too much, really cultivating within ourselves our inspiration and our creativity, and also cultivating a sense of self and a sense of centeredness and a sense of connection to the divine that is so strong that any kind of prejudice, any kind of dishonesty or injustice is very easily identified and therefore either blocked out of your field or rooted out of your field. So not only is this outside of you, but this is within yourself, because again, any experiences that you have in your reality are a reflection of something inside, or if not a reflection of something inside, something that you need to learn, like learning how to keep boundaries. I like the onyx. I also like, what's the other black stone? Onyx and obsidian, because they have this like volcanic glass like texture. So I like to feel like, um, or I like to imagine that they create a kind of glassy seal around my energy field, so nothing that doesn't belong in my energy field can come in. And that looks like Say you're out and about and you have an interaction with somebody and they're kind of throwing you shade, it's a lot easier for you to not take that personally. It's a lot easier for you to not allow that into your field with this kind of nice shell around your energy field. But it's permeable to the point where, the good stuff still comes in. Okay, beautiful. What messages do we have for this collective? Star family. You're a part of a team of souls. Call in support. So as you do this work, as you go into this like winter cocoon and you're cultivating your connection with yourself and you're cultivating your connection with spirit and you're learning what is in alignment with you and what is not, you're calling in your soul family. And you also are already connected with soul family that you can call in for support. So we have this beautiful, this kind of planet here really shining. It kind of looks like the sun or could be any other planet. And then there's all these figures in these, what looks like pods or their little auric fields kind of branching out. So you came in, your soul incarnated here with connections already established with people who are already here, with people who are coming in at the same time, and people who have yet to come. So, as you do this work of centering yourself, of cultivating your individuation, while simultaneously cultivating your connection with spirit and the cosmos and all that is, as you're rooting out any kind of negativity, as you're working through any kind of trauma, you align yourself with your team, with your star family. And in meditation, as you go through this process, you are able to call in support. I connect with my star family, my team in spirit, to help me in resolving this issue, whether this issue is something internal or external. Then we have the great severing, Mars energy, anger, conflict, softening to love. So, any conflicts that you've had, any traumatic experiences that you've had through this process of kind of incubating, you're able to identify what it is. You're able to transmute any difficulties that you've experienced. And transmutation is like alchemy. It's taking an experience. So you have all these emotions around a conflict that you experience. You have anger, you have hurt, you have sadness. When you sit with this experience, you're able to identify, trace the thread of that experience through your life, through your childhood, through all of your other experiences, and then find the solution to it and absolve it, dissolve it, and then soften to love. So that's transmutation, that's shadow work. I am relentless in my pursuit of honesty and justice. I root out and reject prejudice in myself and others. And as you do that, you allow inspiration to fill you so that you can inspire others. And you're then capable of doing that without feeling blocked up and stagnant and afraid because you've done the shadow work. You've rooted out all this kind of negativity, all these really difficult experiences, and you've resolved them so that you're able to go out into the world and shine your light as the best version of you. Feeling another right off the top. The great cosmic heart, devotion, potency, make your life a moving prayer. Beautiful. So, as you do this work, you don't have to wait for it to be done. Nobody's ever done, nobody's ever perfect. But as you do this work and you devote yourself to a higher way, let's not even say higher, as you devote yourself to a more aligned way of being in your body, of being in community, of being a part of the world, your life becomes a moving prayer. So everything you do, everything you say, every interaction that you have becomes a devotion practice. And you could set the intention to do this, make your life a moving prayer. And when you do that, it really uplifts your, not only your experience of the world around you, but it has a reverberation effect where it positively affects other people, places, and things where you are, like grid working. Awesome. And again, you don't have to be perfect in order to do this. Show up as your authentic self. And the more you do this, the more you put into action everything you're working on within yourself, um, the more it solidifies, the more it becomes just your natural way of being. We have Ace of Feathers with mental clarity and foundation. So the Ace of Swords. So this is kind of like after having it, we're actually going to put it, we'll put it there. After having experienced some kind of defeat in the mental realm, like maybe your internal voices have been incredibly negative, and there's a kind of sense of defeat of just like, I've had enough of this negativity. Then we have the Ace of Feathers or the Ace of Swords come out with this mental clarity and this new beginning of I am in control of my thoughts and I am going to choose to think positively. I'm going to choose to rewrite the narrative around who I am and what my life is and what my life is going to be in order to move forward in clarity, in peace, in inspiration. And then we have the Five of Feathers, strategy and resilience. So, Five of Swords. There's been some kind of conflict. There's been some kind of conflict either within yourself or with friends, family, community. And it has required strategy to maintain resilience. We see that here in the great severing, Mars energy, anger, conflict, softening to love. And the more we cultivate our internal center and our connection to the divine, the more we can kind of make sense of this. And the more we can make decisions about A, how we carry ourselves, and B, how we interact with the people, places, things around us to resolve this conflict. So your strategy might be one of positivity. Your strategy with the Winter card Might be about going inwards and cocooning yourself for a little while to figure out what it is that you're about and what it is around you that is triggering you. And we have the Four of Pentacles as a resolution. So again, kind of keeping to yourself for a little while. It might be a good it is a good time. We have cards flying. It is a good time to pull back and focus on yourself. I got my mind on my money, got my money on my mind. So just taking care of your physical reality, taking care of your physical vessel, taking care of your home, taking care of your finances. It's time to pull back and focus in. This is our resolution card. How do we take care of this kind of conflict energy that we are encountering? Any kind of injustice, any kind of dishonesty, any kind of prejudice. So let's pull in. I'm being zeroed in on their hands kind of in front of the pentacle, or their hands around the pentacle in front of their heart. So finding out what really matters to you. What are your values? And again, cultivating that really strong auric field energetically. And in order to do that, taking care of the physical body, making your home into a sanctuary that's beautiful to you and comfortable to you, taking care of your finances, taking care of your mental body, watching your thoughts, redirecting your thoughts when they're going into negative spaces. We have Temperance. We have the Page of Pentacles. And we have the Hangman. So it's almost like this Ace of Feathers, this Ace of Swords comes out, and we have this mental clarity. And we move forward with the Page of Pentacles. I'm going to focus on this instead. Shifting your focus from whatever negativity has kind of brought you down, and having that focus being on your physical, um I heard physical manifestation, but on your physical reality, body, home, finances. And as you focus on that and get into a really good routine and start building there, everything else kind of falls into place. And then we have Temperance. So staying balanced, taking one step at a time. And this is about an alchemical process. So taking the negativity that you've experienced, or taking the traumatic experiences that you've had, and finding the root cause within your own energy field, and transmuting it, turning lead into gold. You have the gold irises down here. And you have, the cups, the water, the emotions going back and forth between these two cups, with this crown at the end of the path in the distance. So doing that shadow work and doing that work within yourself, asking yourself, why does this trigger me? Why did this interaction with this person trigger me? And answer, maybe you want to journal about why you're triggered by certain things, and you will learn a lot of information, and that kind of roots out negativity within your energy field. And once you've rooted that out, once you've resolved it, once you've turned the lead into gold, now you're that much clearer and able to shine out into the world with your unique light, with your unique gifts. And then we have the Hangman here with a change in perspective. So as you do this work, this is, and it's also a pause. We're stopping for a moment to take a look at what's all transpiring here, going into that wintering cocoon, to take a look at everything that's happening, take a look at these conflicts that are taking place, and shift our perspective about them. It might be, if you sit down and journal, or you talk to a therapist or talk to a counselor about what you're experiencing, you might find that it changes form, that it shifts, that it's something different than what you initially thought. This is really beautiful. You guys are doing the work, that's for sure. We have these major arcana cards coming out to kind of let us know where we're at in the cycle. And we're alchemizing the negative experiences we've had and learning to look at things from a number of different perspectives, all while maintaining and taking care of ourselves, um, and maintaining stability. And even because of maintaining our stability in such a way, we have new opportunities coming to us. Awesome. Awesome. So I think we'll do a closing card. What energy, what empowerment. Beautiful. And we have faith, passion flower. And I'm noticing the red and white here and the red and white here. So this is about vitality and purity. So again, that Four of Pentacles, focusing on our physical vessel, focusing on our physical environment, to get nice and clear. And vitality, really getting into that root chakra. You need the deep roots to ascend higher, and to have faith. Have faith that it will all work out. Have faith that there's a larger plan, that whatever challenges you face, whatever conflicts you're facing, are teaching you something that's valuable for who you are becoming, and where you are going to go. Thank you so much for your time, for your energy, for your attention. Again, please like the video, subscribe for more content, and leave a comment if this resonated for you. Thank you again. Blessed be. Much love. Have a great rest of your day.